Bitcoin is trying to break out right now, but do not get fooled, because guys, we can easily just draw this symmetrical triangle just a little bit different, and in this case we are just getting another rejection. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I think needs to be happening in order to see a valid breakout towards the upside, because yes, a lot of Bitcoin liquidity has been piling up and a massive breakout is going to be imminent. So can we once again be reaching above the 120 likes? That will be absolutely amazing. And as always, let's first of all have a look into what's that imminent short term. And in my opinion, what we actually saw being created is looking quite bullish, because we did have that CME gap down below us, and I exactly told you guys yesterday that if we are going to be creating a Bitcoin CME gap, most likely we are going to be inevitably getting it filled right after. And look exactly what we did. We did fill our CME gap. So yeah, our Bitcoin CME gap was filled right after it was created. The Bitcoin funding rates are actually still quite low, which is a very bullish development in the market. Majority of the Bitcoin market is actually trying to short, and we often do know that the majority of the market is usually wrong. So yeah, that means that it is going to be more likely that we are actually going to be seeing this breakout towards the upside. But in my opinion, we should still be very careful with the breakout we are currently getting, because we can easily draw this resistance level like this, and in this case we are not really getting a valid breakout yet. So a way better way to approach this right now is going to be to have a look into this level of resistance, because whenever we break above this level, well, that means we are going to be seeing a break of structure. At that moment we are most definitely going to be creating a higher high, and in that case we are definitely breaking out towards the upside outside of this symmetrical triangle. So yeah, I am just going to be having a look into this level of resistance. Whenever we can be breaking above this level, I do think that we are going to be grabbing our liquidity towards the upside, because if we have a look into where the majority of the liquidity is right now sitting at, we are definitely creating a lot of liquidity towards that upside, and Bitcoin does tend to move towards where that majority of the liquidity is actually sitting at. So yeah, it is going to be very likely that we are actually going to be seeing this breakout towards the upside, and that is going to be very significant, because that is just going to be the catalyst of a much bigger breakout. That is going to be the catalyst of this breakout outside of this symmetrical triangle, and if we are going to be breaking outside of that symmetrical triangle, at the same time we are also going to be breaking above major levels of resistance. A lot of Bitcoin traders are right now having a look into this inverse head and shoulders, and guys, this inverse head and shoulders breakout has a massive breakout target all the way up towards the 48k level. But this is once again a moment where you should not be getting fooled, because in my opinion, what is going to be more likely going to be happening with Bitcoin is that we are going to be grabbing our liquidity towards the upside, and after grabbing that liquidity towards the upside, in my opinion, it is going to be very likely that Bitcoin is just going to be reversing back towards the downside and actually also grab that downside liquidity. Okay, in this scenario, a lot of Bitcoin traders will actually get wrecked, and usually that is what the Bitcoin market tends to do. Now, there are also going to be two very important things to keep in mind, because first of all, we do first need to break out towards the upside. If we are not going to be seeing our breakout towards the upside, well, first of all, that whole scenario is not going to be playing out. So we first need to be breaking above this level of resistance, and second of all, if we are going to be getting our breakout towards the upside, I am not going to be shorting the Bitcoin price unless we are going to be seeing the Bitcoin funding rates actually spiking highly positive. By the way, whenever that happens, well, the market is actually getting filled with over-leveraged Bitcoin long positions. So I actually do want to be seeing the Bitcoin funding rates spiking highly positive. Whenever that happens at this breakout towards the upside, well, that is going to be the moment where I am actually going to be getting interested in shorting the Bitcoin market. But well, if the Bitcoin funding rates actually do not spike very positive, I think we are just going to be headed even higher. Now, in my opinion, I do think that inevitably we are going to be seeing another move towards the downside getting created and another lower high being created. Now, I am going to be explaining that exactly in a minute because of this chart over here. But first of all, guys, if you are as well going to be getting interested in trading the Bitcoin price, make sure to go ahead towards that link in the description because you can quite literally claim $220 US by only depositing $100 on DEEPCOIN. And guys, this exchange is very similar to Bybit. It actually has no restrictions and no KYC. So in certain areas of the world, this exchange is way better than Bybit. So yeah, make sure to check it out. I will definitely be using this exchange and you can right now be getting this insane deposit bonus. But guys, if Bybit is still available in your country, you can go ahead and use this link and get a $40,000 deposit bonus. Also, it looks to be like Bitcoin is right now trying to break out towards the upside. So if you want to be getting access to all of my trades, I will be launching this free VIP group where in this group, I will be sharing all of my Bitcoin trades and many more things. So yeah, this group will be completely for free, so make sure to register yourself right now with that first link in the description. Go towards this form over here and then register yourself. I will be reaching out through Telegram later, probably today or tomorrow. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Now, in my opinion, I do think that eventually we are just going to be creating a lower high over here. And why is that the case? Well, in the larger time frame, we are headed for a larger correction in my opinion. We have been having a look into all kinds of bearish signals in the last couple of weeks, and all of these signals are still pretty much valid, but the most important signal in my opinion is going to be this level of resistance. And previous cycles, we have never broken above this level of resistance in one try. We have always seen a pretty significant correction. Also, before the Bitcoin halving, we have also seen a pretty significant correction, and we are approaching that Bitcoin halving quite quickly. So I do think that before our Bitcoin halving, we are still going to be getting another bigger correction. We have been having a look into all of the data and all of the facts in the last couple of weeks, and in my opinion, it is going to be very likely. So yeah, our game plan is coming together pretty nicely. We have been shorting the exact Bitcoin top over here, been getting bullish once again at this breakout back towards the upside, and I will be flipping back bearish whenever we are going to be seeing this lower high being created, with the Bitcoin funding rates actually spiking highly positive. So yeah, that is going to be my exact strategy and my exact game plan. So make sure to go ahead towards that links in the description. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.